A few years ago, I decided to do a project, a 100-day project. I'd heard about it on a podcast, and it was where artists commit to practicing their art every day for 100 days. I'm not an artist, but I wanted to give it a go. So I thought I'd better set myself some parameters to fit with my children. 100 days of crafting with a toddler was born, but I also had to use up stuff around the house. I thought this way no one would expect much from me, so it shouldn't be too hard. The plan began by gathering some craft supplies, starting a Pinterest board, and stockpiling empty containers and boxes under the kitchen sink. And the result ended up teaching me to prioritising a goal, and it changed my children's behaviour. Day 25. I was surprised that I wasn't failing, and the feedback from Facebook was great. Any item that broke in the house was turned into art, and finding time in the day to dedicate to creativity was becoming a lot easier. People were commenting to me, "Oh, I'm not creative. I don't do that stuff with my children," all stuff I'd thought about myself a few weeks before. I asked people what they liked, because sometimes I felt like quitting, but I had become a bit addicted to the social media likes. Friends said the cardboard box stuff was cool, which is basically what I did my whole life growing up in New Zealand. I didn't know it had become an artistic niche called cardboard carpentry. By day 39, the project had taken a surprising turn. Jack makes something by himself. A slide whistle out of a toilet.
So what did you make?
His imagination has been unlocked, and the engineering side of his brain is firing. He sees regular items and there's something completely different. A plastic bowl becomes a steering wheel. A paper
So what
cup,
did you make?
a horn.
A whistle.
And eventually I teach him to sew, and then let him have a go on the sewing machine. Possibly one of the most nerve-wracking moments of my life. The person I haven't mentioned is my 1-year-old, Nessa. She's been sitting in a high chair watching all of this unfold and is delighted to be included. She's tucked up in a box next to Jack and driven around the lounge in the car. While we're going through this project, Nessa gets admitted to hospital. She was born 3 months early and had been a frequent visitor at hospital for most of her life. It's the first time I really mentioned it much on social media, but I'd always made an effort to decorate her cot. This time, her whole bedroom on the ward was filled with craft for the week. And the bunting that you can see in this picture is now used on our Christmas tree every year. During this time, a friend of mine sent me a really nice comment about my project, saying that she likes seeing how many different things I'm trying and that I push ahead in life no matter what's happening. And the thing that she enjoys the most about my project is the productivity and energy and the momentum from making every day. By day 73, craft is a regular part of life. Jack has become his own artistic director, and we begin having creative differences. Sometimes we need to work on separate projects. I take this opportunity to make some items, some cushions and a curtain to separate our double bed in the caravan into 2 children's bedrooms. I find the longer projects a bit of a struggle. I quite like the momentum of getting lots of quick wins. Day 85. I realise now that I've got more ideas than time. So I paint with the whole family, and it's a disaster. We all end up in tears. And this painting that hangs in my toilet now is a constant reminder for me never to paint with my children. But day 100 is approaching, and I've always wanted to make a slogan t-shirt, but I've never quite been able to find the right phrase. So I made it. I actually created something every day. And I thought about this phrase and how often I've said it to myself over the last few years. I made it through the NICU. Nessa made it, catching up to the other babies, a little bit behind on all her milestones. The holidays and the date nights that we actually got to have, we thought made it. But the most important one is Jack, when he's filled with accomplishment and he announces, I made it. Thanks for watching.